have Wayne and Beth from American River Bank. They're celebrating the big 30th, right?
30th
That's right.
anniversary.
What are you going to do?
Well, we have lots of activities. It runs from 11 o'clock in the morning to morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll have hot dogs and snacks, and we have some games that people can play and win prizes. And it's
We're
happening.
having a carnival.
Oh, carnival
We
is
have a carnival of
fun.
fun.
Bring the family, bring the kids?
That's
Sure.
right.
Okay.
Yep.
And a few different locations. So what days, what locations?
Tomorrow is in Buckhorn,
Right? That's right.
and the 10th is in Ione, and
Correct.
then the 12th is in Jackson.
Well, that's exciting.
So we're looking forward to it. 30 years is a long time.
That is a long time, and you've been serving Amador County for 30 years. Is that
That's
correct?
correct. We started out originally as Bank of Amador and then merged into American River Bank about 7 years ago. Both the banks are relatively small banks that way, and they both started coincidentally at almost exactly the same time
great.
in 1983. So it is truly the anniversary for American River Bank and for Bank of Amador.
Wonderful. And Beth, about how many locations does American River have?
10.
10. Okay.
They have 2 in Sonoma County, and the 3 up here, and then there are 5 in
in
Sacramento
Sacramento.
and Placer counties.
Oh, wow. I love the small town feel and the small town banking. There's so much personal service.
And it is a small town bank, and it's a community bank, and I think that's what makes it so special. And people get that feel when they come in. And they notice when they come in, there are some of our employees that have actually been there for 30 years.
Yeah. she's
hint,
needed.
hint.
Yeah. I started when I was 5 years old. No.
Yeah, right.
And I actually was born and raised here. Beth, I don't think you were.
I was actually born in Lockford, but I've been here for about
Okay.
35 years.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's one of the differences that people will find. We're hoping people will come out to the open houses. Certainly, we have a lot of people that bank at the large banks, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there is a difference between the
There
small
is a
banks and
huge
the large
difference.
banks, and we're hoping they'll come out and see the difference that way. And
Absolutely. You know what I think is most important, especially in a small community, is always find service because, you know, you can get the larger banks or larger stores, you know, what have you in there, but when you actually have a community bank or, you know, like the feed barn that's been run by the same owners for years, you know, just
John and
comparison.
Susan.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you see their familiar faces time and time again. It makes you very comfortable, especially with banking. And it just feels good. You know, you get recognized. Everybody wants to be recognized. And, you know, hi,
That's
Mrs.
true.
Grazade, how you doing today? You
And
know.
it's nice to know that somebody cares about you and your family, and they know you, and they
Right.
know it goes beyond just, yeah, I'll take your deposit, okay.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
see you later. Yeah.
Sometimes when say for instance, Visa debit cards get compromised,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of banks just close your cards and send out letters, and you don't know it until you
my
go to use
gosh.
it, and they say, oh, I'm sorry, this has been declined. We stay at work until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night, and we call all of our clients and we tell them that this has happened and we're sorry, but don't use your card. Come in tomorrow, get an instant card, and we'll send you a
That's
new one.
amazing because I've been on the
So-
receiving end of the not
It's
so
a
fun
horrible-
part.
it's a
Traveling
horrible feeling.
in
Yes.
Houston during Christmas, and I go to use my card, and
It's terrible.
I'm like, oh, I know there's money in there. You know, it's just kind of embarrassing.
It is.
Yeah.
Nobody called. You know, oh, okay. So that's
it.
really nice.
That is, and those are just little bank things that we do.
And you'll see us probably more than some of our competitors out and about in the community board. Beth is a member of, I don't know, at least a half a dozen organizations.
Tell me about it.
Actually, I'm on the board for the ARC. Shauna was
Oh,
just
great.
here, and I have to say Shauna's amazing.
She
She's
is a neat
amazing.
person. Yeah, I could tell.
She's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I'm vice president for the Amador County Chamber of Commerce. I'm very proud of that.
Oh, wonderful.
I am the president for BNI. I don't know how many people are familiar with the business network.
Right.
And I don't know.
Gosh, you're a busy lady.
I am.
On top of that, you're full-time at
And I
American
do
River.
full-time at American River.
Oh, wow, those are great accomplishments.
So,
Thanks
yeah.
for being so active in the community. Without people like you, you know, it's just always the same ones volunteering. It's great to have, you know, really
Like
solid
Wayne.
people. Yeah. How about you, Wayne? What have you been doing?
Well, I'm on the city council for Jackson,
Okay.
so that takes a little bit of time.
Sure.
Also with the Amador Council of Tourism, with Amador Economic Development, the Amador Recreation Agency, Italian Benevolent Society, Native Sons.
Oh, you guys have nothing to do.
So,
You have nothing to
I
do.
mean, that's the great part. I mean, small bank, small town, and we all get involved in our community, and it's what we do is nothing different really than a lot of people in Amador County do, but it's just a difference between a hometown feel and big business.
And the fact that our bank supports the fact that we go out and have meetings during the day and we do events during the day, and they support us and they want us to do that. So that makes a big difference.
And the bank has its own charitable foundation that way, and every year into Amador County they donate $10,000 to $15,000 to various causes, and I think the foundation overall isn't it over $100,000 that they put out to the various communities?
Last year was over $105,000.
Wow.
So
and it's
remarkable.
And this year
it's
we're going to be even more involved in that. We just need to get the word out to get the grants in for women and children.
So it's really important to just be out there in the community. Everybody sees you, you're volunteering, you're giving, on top of your very, very busy full-time jobs. So that's just, wow, I just give you so much credit.
Well,
you don't see that very often. You really don't, you know.
We like it. It's
It's fun.
It's a great community. We're lucky to live here and be able to work here
That's true.
and be part of it.
Now, so you've worked for American River for how long?
Just 3 years.
3 years, okay. What did you do before that?
Well, I took 15 years and I worked at home. I had a trucking brokerage because I wanted to stay home with my kids. And prior to that, I worked at Central Sierra Bank and El Dorado Savings.
Oh, wow.
So I
So
had
a lot
of experience prior to that, and then I stayed home for a while, and then I came back.
Oh, good for you.
And I was so happy to land in another small community bank because that's important to me.
Yeah, well, I can tell by your personality that you're just a really genuine person.
I try.
And, you know, you like talking with
Well, you
people.
have her
You're a
fooled.
good asset. Wayne, what'd you do before?
Well, I've been at this bank for 30 years.
Okay, so since you were 5, that's right.
Oh, yes, and I tell people I probably have a few more years to go. I'd like to hope, but I tell probably a couple years after I retire, my car is still going to come to work because it doesn't know how to go,
That's
go
right.
anywhere
It's already
else.
trained.
And I mostly do the loans for the bank.
Okay.
So if any, American River Bank has a business focus. We think the local economy and businesses are important. So if anybody out there is interested in commercial or business loans, please come and talk to me.
You know where to go. Give me the rundown one more time, guys, on your events.
So it's our 30th anniversary. We're having a carnival. We're having a lot of fun.
Okay.
We would love to have everybody come and see us, not just our clients. Tomorrow up in Buckhorn. Next week on the 10th, we're going to be in Ione. And Thursday, the 12th,
I think that's
Yes,
correct.
in
the 12th.
Jackson.
So hot dogs, popcorn, all that stuff.
Games.
Thanks for being on the show, Beth
you.
and Wayne. Such
Thank
a
you for
pleasure to
having us.
have you. And we'll be back.
You're watching Amador County's